Alright, welcome back to Just Magic the Gathering. I reviewed the footage yesterday and it was definitely not some of my better play. Um, I don't know if my heart wasn't in it or my mind was just elsewhere. There was a few things in multiple matches where it's like, I could have played that better. I also have to be careful fighting frustration when I guess I'm not really in the mood. I was more looking at it as I just need to get my grind out of the way because I need to get back to work. And yeah, I was looking forward to doing some Dwarf Fortress and Angel Arabakisibaya. Not a huge fan, but I like the fact that my card draw is paired with my Mossborn Hydra. If he can't kill it or I can protect it. One of the things I was wondering about with my review, play a little slower. More than once, it's like, oh, I have the protect card in my hand, but I didn't wait to play the card I wanted to be able to protect, have the ability to cover it. It's like, I just want my Mossborn Hydra out. And in this case, I probably will push my Mossborn Hydra out initially as I have a replacement in case he does kill it. So I only have 2 mountains in this entire deck, and they're both in my hand. Looks like he's just playing straight green. No, blue-green. So, secretly choose a land or non-land, and then seek a card of the chosen kind. So I can get my Chocobo out next round. I was wondering what would be better if the Terrasymbiosis... Oh, he's playing red. Combustion Technique with a Void. I know that card. So at this point, I'm going to go for my walk-in closet so I can start playing lands every round guaranteed. The Steaming Sauna and the Roaring Furnace. If I play like the Chocobo or the Hydra at this point, I still can't cover it. I was thinking I'm going to go for the Terrasymbiosis. And next round I'll have the ability to play either the Chocobo or the Hydra and have the coverage for protection. The Icetail Explorer. I'm familiar with that card. It's going to start milling cards. And playing 2 lands. Now I can't play things on his turn either. The Voice of Victory. I'm not familiar with that. Station. You can get 2 mana for a station? Or I missed something there. Go with the Hydra. So I'm going to decline here. And once again, I'll decline on this one. Because once I get my 4 here, here's where I want to take action. So yeah, Terrasymbiosis. I like how that just played. Not sure why I didn't have the ability to prevent that from targeting. Because I should have had the Overprotect as an instant to be able to give him Hexproof. In some ways, that's a little disappointing. He has the custom art for the Fenrir, too. This probably isn't going to go well for me, but... And what was that land? Station. Sacrifice a land to create a 2/2 at 12. He's getting a card draw off of it, and I don't understand it. Sorry. I should be... So I can do the Traveling Chocobo and Saz's Chocobo. I probably should have done the Terramorphic Expanse there, in that I would have gotten more counters. But I wanted to be able to keep the draw. So here he's going to get the counter. I wouldn't be surprised if he actually just plays an Ouroboros and it's over. I almost have to take the sacrifice. I still think I'm going to lose it. At least that 6 would have wiped me. I can do top. Let's try and figure out what the best way to do this is. They should allow me to earthbend twice. If I Terramorphic Expanse, I think I'll be more miles ahead. Why didn't I get the option to discard a card before pulling from my graveyard? It's the first time I've ever played Toph, and I somehow failed on that. Because I should have had the option to discard a card. I'm in trouble now, or because the Earthbender Ascension would have been better to play before I played my land. I don't know how I lost my land. So yeah, it's pretty much game. I can create more blockers in a way. Although at this point they're also tapped. So yeah, I'm not quite sure what happened here. I'll get 2 for that one. Oh, and I should have, I guess, gone for the 5, although that would have made me have to discard a bunch. Yeah, it's game. I'm not quite sure how I missed my initial protect there, or why Toph didn't trigger. It'll be interesting to look at the replay and... Did I fail something, or... I don't know. Moving on. And this should probably just one more game to finish out my reds, and I did get a bunch of snow moved, but there's still more to do. And I'm having problems with one of the stoves at the moment. Sometimes the best way for me to solve a problem is not to sit there and butt my head against it, but do something else. At least for a minute. So no real protections. Or landfall. If I get Zell out, my Traveling Chocobos double my landfalls, but I don't have anything with triggers. So I maybe should have mulliganed. I was going to exchange my Terramorphic Expanse here at the get-go for the red I need for Zell. It is weighted fairly heavily on land, so before I make it to round 3 or by round 3, I should be able to get another land basically guaranteed with... or the odds are in my favor. So... oh man, that was silly. In fact, I said I was going to get the mountain and I pulled 2 forests, and I had 2 options at it. Have a Zell coming up next. I still won't be able to play it because this won't enter tapped, actually. So he gets an extra card. Spectacle of Destruction. In some ways, that is a staple. Or I'm glad I picked up one of those. Black-green. Pretty sure it's just gonna kill it. He went for land. So, the Rock-a-Lanche gives me the ability to get my tokens. I can actually do both the Rock-a-Lanche and the 2. It'll actually tap me out. What do I want to do? Getting my other traveling chocobo down. If I do the forest, then the rock cancel. So I actually want my second forest for the Rock-a-Lanche. And let's see what he does. If he kills the forest, it goes back. If he doesn't kill the forest, I can Ordeal of Nihilate it for more land. In some ways, I think Zell is the bigger threat. We'll see what he does. He's running a death deck with a good draw engine. Surveil 2. I'm assuming he has things that he can pull out of his graveyard. If I drop Zell again, I can get the second land, but that doesn't do me a lot of good. I can push through it, or I can hit him with the Ordeal of Nihilate. What do I want to do here? Is the Ordeal of Nihilate, and if I attack, if I keep the Overprotect for the Rock-a-Lanche next round, flashback. I'm not going to have enough to actually cover it for next round either. I should do Zell or the Traveling Chocobo. This will give me my other 2 lands. It's just going to take the sacrifice for the counter. So a little slow, and I'll probably call it after this match. Resolve. Yeah, he keeps milling cards, which makes me think he has cards in his hand that allows him to pull from that stack. He is running still 119 cards. If I get the Traveling Chocobo down... I was wondering the legitimacy, because Rock Lanch, I can drop more tokens on it, but I can't overprotect it. But will that actually give it to me? 4, 5... 5... It won't have the trample is the main thing. Zell will allow me to get my extra land down. The Traveling Chocobo now allows me to see. At this point, I don't have the ability to protect it, and my board's a little wide for being able to protect anything anyways. In a way, I kind of like that long pause. I'll take my bird too, because all of those are going to double. And I'll take another forest because I want my Rock Lanch beef. He's going to sacrifice it because he'll come back to he'll get the card draw off of it. Doesn't have trample, so it doesn't do him any good. Zell isn't the biggest threat on the board there, though. Or he used an instant to kill it on my turn, which is interesting. And he used the Delirium cost, which is also interesting. The land is what he needs to drop. Return all land cards from your graveyard. Because if I overprotect... This might be a mistake. I can Earthbend him into a 15/15. And it's game. It was close. Yeah. For some reason, when he chose to block. Because, yeah, the 12/12. Unless he has a wipe all, which he might. He is playing a death deck. Steed 73. I was just planning on going wide around him. The greatest power of creature cards in your graveyard. Back to he is working an interesting death mechanic. He needs to get a defender up. Unless he can keep killing everything. Yeah, the town greeter, and he gets the land out of the deal. Then return a creature card, or land card. Say its name. Search your graveyard, hand, or library for card named. Exile this card and 2 other cards named Say Its Name. I'll have to look that one up later. I have actually seen it. I think I even have a copy of it. So I think he has something up his sleeve, or I'm missing something. I play it like it. I would normally play it. One of the things, if you think you can win by just pushing, sometimes it's like, oh, I failed something because I didn't pull out my land first, or I didn't. They have something up their sleeve. I have lost to it before. He just didn't quite have enough control to keep me suppressed. I thought he would have something up his sleeve. Nope. So, with that, I am going to call it, but look forward to playing some more Magic in the future.